vendor, and they're requesting an additional 9,000 and something. Jason, you can tell us. You can tell us from there if you want to. That's the police chief there, Jason Cotwell from City of Raymond.
At the last one meeting, I was approved for E.F. Johnson radios. Once we placed the order, we determined that North Star Wireless, which we ordered the radios from, had lost the contract. In dealing with the representative from E.F. Johnson, it was determined that the quote that we received from North Star Wireless did not include the Phase 2 TDMA upgrade, which was an additional $1,300 per radio, which left us over $9,000 short on the money that we needed to purchase the radios that we requested. What we're requesting today is an additional $9,376, which will make up the difference in the amount, and that will also purchase the Motorola radios, which are TDMA compliant and are compatible with both the county and the state system.
Okay, is that all you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just heard the request from the City of Raymond Police Department. We entertain a motion for approval. Ray Ryan. Second, who was the second? Chief Tim Miles. You. Is there any questions, comments? All in favor, say aye by raising your hand. He's a voting member too. Sitting back there, he's with MHP. Okay, hands down. All opposed? Same sign. Ayes have it. Motion carried. Okay, the next one is the town of Utica. 9,376. The next community on the agenda is the town of Utica. Basically, the town of Utica had the same situation as the town of Raymond, as the city of Raymond, as far as they're requesting to purchase radios from E.F. Johnson. I think what the quote that the town of Utica gives us is the total amount for the radio, which he would probably need an additional $1,824.55. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. The chief from the town of Utica.
Okay. As was spoken earlier by Raymond Chief Jason Cockwell, we were in the same situation with the E.F. Johnson radio, and so what we did was we went back and resubmitted a quote from Motorola, and this includes an extra $200. Am I right, Paul? $200 for the upgrades in the system and all. So this is we requesting the same thing. We got 5 affordables and 1 base station. We're requesting the same thing.
You're requesting $1,824.55.
That's correct.
Okay.
Tim, did you get the money the first time?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes.
So today your request is just additional.
The additions, right? That's correct. You can make sure that that's good in addition.
$1,824.55.
Jimmy, I'll make that motion that we go ahead and get done.
Okay, motion made by Chief Thompson, second by Chief Gray. Are there any other comments? All in favor by raising your right hand. Okay, those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay? Moving right along, our next request comes from Terry Police Department. Terry Police Department. They've been holding off for the last 2 years. So they finally decided to make their request. He's requesting, as you see, I'll let him tell it. He's requesting 9 portable radios, 1 base station, and 3 mobile. Chief Gray.
All right. First of all, good evening, everyone. We haven't made a request in a while to the committee, but today we are requesting nine portables, 1 base station, and 3 mobiles. And that's because we have 2 new vehicles coming in, and then I have 1 bad radio. All we're doing is just replacing our old equipment.
Okay.
Chief, did we approve this at one of the earlier meetings?
What happened was they approved us for $50,000 something, and that's when the E.F. Johnson stuff came in, and I said I didn't want the E.F. Johnson stuff, so I just told them I would wait, and that's why I'm bringing it back to the board now.
For the funds dispersed in?
No,
Did you get the
funds,
money back?
we never got any funds.
How many officers do you have working there?
9. And all of my equipment is old and outdated, and the portables, we're really having problems with them. They just stay in the shop, and it's just, I would rather just use them as backups or something.
So you're replacing all of your radios and you have more radios?
Except for the 3 mobiles, that's for 2 new cars that are coming in January, and then the other one is already out.
Okay, the city of Terry Police Department is requesting $65,982 for 9 portables, 1 base station, and 3 mobiles. Is there a motion for approval? Chief McNulty make the motion. Is there a second? Second, Chief Miles. Any comments? All in favor, raise your right hand. Those opposed, raise your right hand. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay? The next item, coming from the city of Clinton, and I'm just going to use police department and the fire department. The first one is the city of Clinton fire department. They're requesting the purchase of 50 batteries. They're showing the quote at $64 each. And that's real cheap for batteries, if y'all know. And they're coming from the Interstate Batteries. And that's on 50 batteries totaling $3,200 for the city of Clinton Fire Department. Fire Department, city of Clinton. Go ahead, Jeff. You want to say anything? Or you?
No, we're requesting this, and one of the big reasons I can tell you right now is everybody knows the economic situation like it is. It's hurt everybody, and I know we've spent a lot of money on batteries over the years. We're just asking the commission for a little help so we can be able to purchase batteries to make us another few years.
Okay. Is there a motion for approval for batteries at $3,200 or $3,600? $3,200 for the city of Clinton PD.
Fire department, right?
Fire department. I'm sorry.
I so moved.
It was moved by Chief Gray, second by Chief McNulty. Is there any questions, comments? All in favor, raising of your right hand. Right, not left. Okay. Those opposed, same sign. Okay. Motion's carried. The next item is the City of Clinton Police Department. There are several things that they're requesting. They're requesting 50 batteries also at a price of $64 a piece at total cost of $3,200. Also, they're requesting a dispatch model base cord priced at $245 for 3, totaling of $735. Also, they're requesting dispatchers headset priced at $66.41 a piece, totaling $531.28. How many is that? 8. Okay. Total cost for the city of Clinton PD is $4,466.28. Chief, you want to?
Right, we're just basically here and started off with the question of batteries, and then as the PCF, I guess we've been a little slow on uptake on these base cords. So we've just been using the consumer models, and it takes about one chair roll across and kill it. And these are heavy grain cords. Am I right? Here's where we're going. And then the headsets are just the headsets that we use. They're pretty much the rate she rolled away. So just keep make sure we got enough keeps operating.
Okay. After hearing the request from the City of Clinton PD requesting, is there a motion for approval? Motion by Chief Gray, second by Chief McNulty. Any questions, comments? All in favor, let me see you raise your right hand. Okay. Those opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, motion is carried. Okay. These items will be presented to the Hinds County. That's the basic. That's all we have on the agenda right now. These items will be forwarded to the Hinds County Board of Supervisors on their next, not their next regular scheduled meeting, the meeting of their second meeting. Let me get that date for you. It's going to be December.
I think that's the 18th. 19th.
December
That's the 19th.
19th. December 19th at their 9 o'clock board meeting, and that's when we're presented to the board supervisors for their final approval. And if you would like to, you can be present to give any other clarifications that the board may want to hear or they at their request. Okay? Now, next on our agenda is other business. We do have other business that has been brought to our attention. First of all, the City of Jackson. Under other business, they would like to come forward and make a request. City of Jackson? Yes, sir. City of Jackson Police Department. And following them, we'll get there.
Ma'am? Oh, there you go. Appreciate it. Thanks. Right there.
All right, good afternoon, you all. I'm Deputy Chief Lindsay Horton. This is Ms. Vera Wright. She is the manager of our Public Safety Communications Center. You have before you two proposals, if you will, or requests. And one, of course, is, I'll give you some general information and she can give you some specifics when you get to questions. But now we are requesting 26 computers, and we also are requesting radios. And if I may, I'd like to start by entertaining the radio request first. As you see there, we are requesting 100 radios. We currently have 439 officers. We have planned, of course, we have a recruit class that's graduating this month. And we have 3 classes that are set already, budgeted. And we anticipate them graduating consecutively back to back, and we are requesting this 100 radios to accommodate them. And Ms. Wright, any comment you may have?
On the radios, officer safety is key. These officers have got to have these radios when they get in the field. What's more important is that while they're going through the class, they have access to the radios so that they become familiar and comfortable with them before they get on the street.
Yes, thank you. And sir, we take one at a time, or should I go ahead to the computer request?
Well, basically, I don't know if the computer is an item that can be purchased with D911 funds. But I can check on that. But from my knowledge now, I don't think computers can be purchased with it.
Not even if they're
Dispatch centers, but not in vehicles.
No, for the centers. This one is for the center.
What is it for the center? I didn't get that understanding. So.
It's for
Okay. All right.
Do I understand that request, those computers are used to operate CAD and they are actually...
Absolutely.
I was
High-end
thinking that they was
computers,
for
right.
vehicles. I didn't know.
No, not vehicle. They are for the center.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir. Right. Should I entertain those? Right.
Javier, do you have them separate?
Yes, sir. We have two separate.
Okay, well, whichever one you want to do first.
Sounds great. We
You can go ahead and present them each now, and then we'll vote on them separate.
supposedly entertain questions concerning our radios first. If anyone have any questions concerning the 100 radios, we have 3 consecutive classes already budgeted, scheduled, and as they graduate, they will be dispersed out to those recruits as they go into the recruit class. So we'll appeal to you. Yes, sir.
How many recruits do you have per class?
We
estimate.
Approximately, 35, 40, Chief? 35, yes. Mm-hmm.
So these already employed officers on the street that are to go into the recruit class?
Already employed?
Yeah, that's my question.
No, they will be recruits once they come in.
These are people that you don't have.
Right.
It's interesting because you all want radios for people you don't have, and I've gotten grief already over getting radios that for people I don't supposedly have.
Excuse me, Chief, but with all due respect, do you have a question?
That's my question is, what makes your request any different than the request I put up?
No, I'm just making an appeal to the council, and it'll be voted up or down. And I think that would be a more appropriate time for you to express that.
Right.
But I'm making my appeal for the request at this time, and I appreciate if you allow me the opportunity to do that. Any questions concerning the request as it relates to the City of Jackson's need for 100 radios to accommodate the 3 consecutive back-to-back classes that we have budgeted already to move forward?
How much money, as far as dollars is concerned, that's what we need to know.
$370,450.
$370,450.
We've got a quote on the back. We've got a quote. Motorola.
You have a copy of your approval from Ms. Wynn on this purchase?
They haven't been to Miss Wynn yet, I don't think.
This body then.
Okay, the computers.
Yes, the computers. We are requesting 26, and we say high-end computers. And of course, she can get into more detail. And those of you that are familiar with public safety communications operations, they operate 24 hours a day. And if you consider, and she'll give you some specific numbers in respect to the volume of calls that we get in, and computers don't last very long in our communications center. Vera?
Yes, sir. In communications, we have answered more and processed approximately 1 million pieces of information in a year's time. That's a lot. Between answering the telephones, dispatching over the radio for police and fire, we're busy. We're a 24-hour operation. We have 70 employees constantly using these computers. So they go out very quickly. We need high-end computers for the amount of information that they collect on a daily basis so that we stay operable all the time.
How much money are you talking about?
We're talking about 50. No, that's the wrong one. We're talking about $63,394. Yes, sir.
Are these replacing current workstations or replacing and increasing or?
Replacing current
These are all
workstations.
replacing
Yes,
current
sir.
workstations.
Replacing. Any more questions?
If no further questions, I yield to the chair. Sir?
Thank you.
Sir?
Okay, first request from the City of Jackson is a total of $370,450 for purchase of radios. Now, are these XTS 5,000, XTS 3,000? What type of radios are you requesting?
APX 6,000.
APX 6,000. Okay. All right. Is there a motion for approval?
I
motion for it.
Motion by Chief McNulty. Is there a second? Going once. Is there a second? Going twice. Is there a second? Second by Chief Coleman. Okay. Is there any questions, comments at this time?
Jimmy, just one. We expressed concerns about budgetary restrictions earlier.
All right.
Will this fit within the budget?
It's going to be tight.
Okay.
Yeah, because the money is, like I said, the money is depleting, and we're already in the hole now. So that's the thing that's why I brought it out to you about the funding. Because like I said, we don't accumulate but 20,000 annually.
This is what Chief Coleman says she needs. I think we need to provide it for her. I just want to make sure we're.
Well, I mean that's your opinion, but the count of the vote of the council will make the difference. Okay. Any more comments?
I got one question. Courtney, are you anticipating to hire 100 people, or do you have 100 people that these radios can go to?
Presently, we have a class, a recruit class that will be graduating in December. And we do not have enough radios on hand presently to outfit that class. January the 15th, we start another class. Right now, we have cleared 35 people to be in that class. And we are in the process of interviewing to start the following class of 35 in April, on April the 15th, I believe, of 2012. So we're talking about back-to-back classes.
And I guess my next question is, does the city have any funds that they can help with this? Because, I mean, these are two large requests from the council. And, I'm all for the city of Jackson. I know your headaches that you reaping each day. But are there any funds that can help out? Because I know this is going to be a large request on the council.
If, as far as funds through as far as a budget item, our budget started October 1. And if it was not put in the budget to purchase radios in October 1, that means the funds are not there as far as the police department is concerned. So my answer to that question would be no.
Let me ask a question, if I may. When budgeting for a recruit class, I know there are certain things you budget for. You budget for uniforms and other things of that nature, right? And also you budget for salaries that you have to pay individuals. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And then you budget for equipment. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay. The other thing is, so radios wouldn't be a part of that equipment that you budget for, and just asking a question. That's
Yeah,
all.
and I'm just answering it. In the past, that has not been a budgeted item in terms of radio equipment because those items had been purchased through E911 funds.
Right. Yeah.
Mayor?
And I can understand that because then there were money was plentiful floating, and that could have been very well so. I understand that. But as we stand, please consider that we've had a very large drop in funding through E911 funds. So I just want to make you aware of that. And as you know, the past years that we went over what has been generated. So, Mr. Robinson, you had a question?
I think Chief Coleman makes a good explanation in the fact that when you budget for equipment, you're not going to budget for those radios because there's a perceived expectation that you're going to get those radios out of the 911 pool. My question is, if we're in these kinds of situations now with requests, and I really think we're out of order. I think we should have go ahead and vote yay, nay, one way or the other, and then have this discussion about where the future of the funds are, because as cities make requests, we're going to tell one city, well, we've got the funds, we can fund you. Another city, we may be telling them, no, we don't have the funds, so we can't fund your project. And we've got to, start to look at where our funding is and what our expectation in the way of equipment is for all cities, for all services. So at this point, on the issue of, since we have a motion and a second, I'm going to call for the question on the radios for Jackson.
Okay, any other discussion? Anyone else have any discussion?
No. I'm not trying to be impossible, but it would be impossible to try to compare, especially with the city of Jackson and our numbers as opposed to other jurisdictions. I also must look at the fact that I believe about 75% of the funding for E911 is coming from the city and the county.
Right. And also keep in mind that those funds that are generated through the E911 funds, $750,000 goes directly to the city on an annual cost. So I just wanted that to be brought out also. $750,000 goes directly to the city of Jackson, payment.
So we get what we put
annually. No, I'm not saying that, but I just wanted to be noted that that is the facts. That's all.
But keep in mind too, since we talking here,
yeah,
everybody have a bullshit.
Right.
Playing here.
Yeah, well,
and Norma, she Coleman, she playing here because she had to have a uniform,
right,
gun, belt, all that. So yeah, I'm sure that was playing and done that. And I'm sure that the 911 phone, that what everybody in this room for, they're asking for equipment, basic radio communication equipment.
Right. And basically my position here is I'm a voting member also, and I'm here to represent what the council, hopefully they feel comfortable in me by voting me as chair to look at the financial side of it, where we won't go into a situation where we have a power outage or a communications area outage and we won't have sufficient funds to support it. Because we know monies is hard now. It's hard to come about. Okay, I think that's enough discussion. Entertain a motion. We have a motion in a second, right? Motion in a second for approval. All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, you got that count? Those opposed, raise your right hand. I guess everybody else scared to vote. Okay. All right, the ayes have it. Motion's carried. That city or chief, that's going to be presented to the board of supervisors also on that same day for approval. All right, and they'll make the final decision. Thank you. Okay? Huh? Strictly for radio. But then I have to run the computers too. I hadn't done it yet. All right, now the next item.
Don't they have to go to the wireless commission first before it goes to the county board?
Well, yeah, that's true. You're right. You have to get approval from the wireless commission.
We'll take care of it.
So once you get that, then I'll present it to the board. Just let me know when you get it. That's true. Thank you, Kim, for making me aware of that. Yes, ma'am.
I'm a bit there. They can get approval from the board before they go.
Yeah, I thought so, but then that's now we did this before with the fire police department.
If they go before the WCC without having the board approval, they don't get the official letter to buy until the board approves it. So they can go to the board first. The board goes to them.
So they can go to the board of supervisors first, and then. Okay. Who are you with, man?
I'm sorry, I'm Paula Monroe.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So I can carry it before the board, but I'll verify that, and I'll let you know before the week is out. Verify it so I'll know if that's actual facts. Okay. All right. The next thing is they're requesting for computers. City of Jackson Police Department in the amount of $63,394. And a motion by Chief Tim Miles, second by Chief Warren Gray. Is there a question? Any comments? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. I'll raise your right hand, yeah. All right, hands down. Those opposed, say nay. Ain't no one around, that's me. I gotta look out for the money. Okay, ayes have it, motion's carried. Okay? On the other business, we also have, yes sir, Mr. Bryant.
I was going to bring up something about the fire department.